Hello. I'm a little bit late. Like 3 minutes late. But in fairness, I really was here to go live, and I was having some glitches, and it wouldn't let me jump on. So anyway, I know it's like Sunday sit down, but I have so much energy right now that I don't want to sit down. So if you notice, I'm in the great room at the Emporium today at Defiance's Vendor Emporium, and so this last week, it was our last week before actual Christmas Day. We will not be open on Christmas Day. I know, sad. But also great because everyone gets to spend time with their family and friends. So that's exciting. A day off. Wait, am I taking a day off? Probably not. Because I love my job so much that I don't want days off. So anyway, I have like a whole list of things to talk about, and maybe I'll show some items. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna kind of see who kind of comes and hangs out, and I might turn on some of my jams here. I'm feeling like a little Queen music today. You never know, like I'm not always one that wants to turn on some Christmas music, so if you were coming in this weekend, you would catch me with Megan jamming out to some. Hi, Connie. Hi. Sorry, I had to say hi to Connie because she just jumps in. But anyway, so let me turn this down just a smidgen. My bad. I turned it off and not down. But okay. Slowly getting it together. Okay. So, excited, super excited. Let's see. We still have scrubs here, of course. So I know that I have a lot of nursing friends, and my sister's a nurse, and a lot of people would like to come in and check them out. So they have been left here for next week as well. I'm gonna just bring them on over. All these scrubs, name brands. They seem to be like blue and black, and they're only like $10 a piece. So keep that in mind. So slowly bring these back. So that was here this week, which was fun. And okay, so Meg's Creation was also here. And that was fun because she has cute little pins and keychains that are matching, and her personality is amazing. And she brought Sierra with her on Saturday, which was also super fun. And Jacqueline in room 3 for Toledo Underworld also jumped in, came to visit a little bit. She has been super busy, building her tiny house. So you should follow her for her tiny house and Toledo Underworld. She's super talented. Let me see. I could go on and on about vendors that have been here. We've had other people that stopped in to say hello that have been vendors in the past who are looking forward to the upcoming events this next coming year. So let me see. Also the word is out. We have the provocative pantry. Yes, the provocative pantry in the back, aka the fun room that people have been coming in to check out. So maybe not necessarily like the gift that you want to give on Christmas Day when kids are around. Maybe like a gift that you give for New Year's. So you know, just saying. You might want to stop by. Gag gifts though, tons of fun, lots of laughs. That you can find those kind of things in room number 5, hidden away from the children, of course. Let's see. Oh my gosh. We are getting so many people that are super excited about all of January because, things slow down in retail for January all across the board. But a lot of people do get money for Christmas, and so that, they gotta like spend that money quickly. You can't have it just burns a hole in your pocket. So we have decided to open up the Emporium all of January for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for vendors to come in and set up and purge whatever, because things kind of slow down. Take the time to go through their closets and purge what they don't need anymore and have it cheaply for other people to come and shop. With that being said, I have already started, of course, if you can see behind me, bringing out more and more things, getting ready for the indoor yard sale. We also have at the front door, because every yard sale, garage sale always has like a free area. And so I have a box that is just for free items that are things that you wouldn't really want to sell, but somebody might want them. So we just give it an opportunity to have there for a bit, for people to kind of go through and see if they can upcycle it or do something interesting and cool with it. Which, let me talk about upcycling, because the indoor yard sale is coming up. Probably because I've been talking about upcycling so much, my newsfeed has just been like cluttered with upcycling projects. And people are super talented, come up with clever ideas on what to do with all these things instead of throwing them away. And I am in awe of the stuff that they come up with. So periodically I will share them on our page as well. And it makes me not want to get rid of any of the things that we have here and to try to figure out some way to upcycle it. So I would love to have a challenge of anyone when they come in here and shop and they find unique things, and if they're like super crafty, upcycle it and share it to the page. And I want to give you a shout out and see how talented you are and let everybody know how amazing you could take something that someone would consider trash and make it into a treasure. So I look forward to that challenge this next coming year for people to come in and find these unique items and do some creative, clever things with them. Okay. I know, like, questions that people ask me about the Emporium. Like, how do you sign up, for example, for the indoor yard sale? So the indoor yard sale is a little bit more unique compared to what we're going to have the rest of the year. Okay, well, I should rephrase that. The stuff that we're going to have for the rest of the year, other than the indoor yard sale, is going to be unique, which I'll tell you about soon. But indoor yard sale. We know times are tough right after Christmas, and instead of shutting down, we will be offering spaces starting at $10 a day to come in and set up. We're open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Do you have to stay the whole entire time? That's totally up to you. Maybe you'll just sell out right away. We noticed this last year when we did do indoor garage sales that we had a lot of people that were interested and came in, and so far with the events online, I'm getting a lot of feedback about people being excited about it. I'd like to think it's because of my unique marketing skills and talent of bringing people in to have conversations, but I just think people like a good deal. So if you are interested in being a vendor for any week, we have the 5 weeks in January, you can sign up by going online at defiancesvendoremporium.com, and you can pick the week that you want. It'll be listed week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. And so pick the dates that you want. You can set up for Thursday, you can set up for Friday, you can set up for Saturday, you can say, I want to be there every Saturday for the 5 weeks. And you can pick those days and be booked in. We have 10 by 10 spaces, 8 by 8 spaces, and then we also have the private rooms, but the private rooms are definitely filling up. Let's see, you can even book more than one spot, to be honest with you. And so people ask me all the time, like, are your busier days, people would just assume that they're Saturdays. That's not always the case. Sometimes Thursday is the busiest day. I can guarantee you, if I have a project that I want to get done, especially if it's like last minute, and I think, I'm just going to do that quickly while I'm at the Emporium, with talking with vendors and with shoppers, but that guaranteed will be the busy day. So keep that in mind. And this next year, it'll be our second year, and it'll be the first year we're open actually in January, because last year we opened February, which was interesting with all the ice and everything else. So let me see something here. Let me know if anyone has any questions while I'm chit-chatting with everyone. I wanted to see if I could... No, negative. No can do. Oh, that was going to be super slick. Anyway. So... maybe I can do that. Let me see. Manage a link. I would like to put... I know, I'm quiet for a second. But I want to put a link to the yard sales. Okay. My bad. I think I left for a minute. Okay, so I put the link up above. If you are interested in signing up for the indoor yard sales, you can do that. I think I don't know how you can see it on your screen, but you can sign up just by going there, and that's all of January, so you can pick which week you want to sign up. Also, on our website, there's a link to Heidi Go Seeking, and you can check out all of the products that we list online that you could easily buy online, and I'll even run them out to your car for you, but it'd be great if you just came in and saw the vendors and what other stuff is here, because people are kind of surprised when they come in how much we do have here if they want to shop around. But also, I'm talking about that. One common thing that we're noticing is that people come in and they come into the great room and they don't necessarily know that we have a back area as well. And so let me give you a little bit of the tours here. We also have private rooms available, and this is one of our rooms that we have things where Hugo sells stuff. Currently, we have the paint splatter room, but we have been discussing about taking the paint splatter room out. We have the wall of items that you can also purchase. Room 3 is Toledo Underworld and Hexhen Homestead. You definitely want to follow them on social media, because this is what I was talking about with Jacqueline and her building her tiny house. So she's doing some cool stuff. We have this room that has become an interesting room where we have a lot of clothing that seems to be a top hit. So I haven't said no to some clothing that's been here because people can definitely use it. We even have like new items with tags on it. We have some shoes, galoshes. This dress, I'm surprised it's still here. Brand new wool dress. It's super cute. And we have weird, not always say weird, but stuff like armoires. And then this room, I can't really show you this room, but this is a bigger room, and this is the provocative pantry. And I will say, if you have a lovely lady that likes flowers, we do have flowers here in this room. Ones that won't die, and except for, when you need to do some battery replacement. So there's some interesting things. That's our fun room. But again, we have men and women clothes. Men, ladies clothing. I do believe we have people coming with kids clothes and others for the indoor yard sale. So that'll be fun. So we have a lot of different interesting things here. We have stuff that you can upcycle, stuff that you just wouldn't expect someone to be dropping off to us. And so some things that people ask about. Okay, one moment, let me grab some other stuff. We currently have like cut and tie blankets. We have purses, brand new. So it's always like something different when you come in here, and a little bit of something for everybody. And you never know when it's gonna still be here or not. Some things I'm surprised that they sell like right away. Other things, sometimes I'm surprised by some things that sell at all, to be honest with you. But everybody has their own things, or their own interest. So, okay. So let me say, what else are we doing here? Oh, okay. We talked about signing up, and you can sign up for any event. It just happens to be that I put a link to the indoor yard sale, but with the indoor yard sale, it is like the cheapest of the events that we have in here for this year, because the other events I want to talk about with vendors, people want to know why they can't just drop all their stuff off here. And the reason, we do have some stuff like that right now, because of other people that will sell it for them, and because we definitely need to fill our space as we're building with vendors. But what I see is that when vendors come in, if they're not with their items and they're not showing their passion towards their items are not selling as much. And in a world where things can be kind of crazy, we look for some kind of connection. And so vendors being here talking about their items, also, there's a difference between if someone comes in and you can connect with that individual and the things that they like, just by having that conversation, you can show them items that you have that they probably just glanced over and didn't notice. And there's a lot of times I see that vendors have things in here that I'm like, that's a really cool item. But if I just walked past it, I wouldn't even known what it was and how much it would have enriched my life to have that item. So, I mean, like, I can look at a purse and be like, yeah, I like that purse. I need that purse. But I might overlook the one that has some really cool features in it that I wasn't expecting, and be like, that's really clever of that manufacturer or the person that made it. Because not all of our items here are homemade. And yeah, every week is just different. It amazes me, like, people assume that we just always have thrift items or we always have just handcrafted items. It's literally a variety of vendors that come through. And this next year will be even more interesting, because the way we're going to do our showcases and events for the week is so much different than any other place that you're going to go to. Some vendors will have interactive items, activities that you can do, and there is going to be a cutoff of when you can sign up to do the week, because we as vendors are going to get together and maybe not in person, but more so online, because we all have hectic, busy schedules. And then we are going to create an experience for shoppers to come in. Do shoppers have to participate in activities? Nope. They can just come in and just shop and see what other people are doing. That's fine. No problem with that. But the events are going to be different from each other. Some will be kid friendly, some will not be kid friendly. Nothing like too super crazy, to be honest with you, though. So you always want to stay on top of what's happening here. We definitely will have signage out front if it's to say like no kids come in kind of thing. You could come in and see this, like how things are set up this week, and then next week you can come in and it could be completely different. Decorations are changing. The vendors that are here will be changing. Yeah, every week. Oh, and extra bonus. I'm so excited because I'm dedicated this year to like stepping it up and dressing up for each event that we're having. So it makes it fun for vendors as well. You know, it's not mandatory. It's just kind of like what you want to do. But for the most part, vendors are super creative, super excited, and I don't know, maybe the outfits will be worth coming to kind of check out what people are dressed up as. Anyway, so let's see. what do I want to talk about anymore? So shoppers, buckle up. It's going to be a fun year for sure. The first one after we get past our indoor yard sales is love is overrated. And so it's an anti-Valentine event. So what we're looking for vendors, I know we have some that are signed up already, but vendors, start getting your items ready now. And we're looking for sarcastic, snarky, different things that maybe singles would like, or someone like going through a divorce, or someone that's just been dating but like over the relationship idea, or it's not as they had anticipated. And so hi Jacqueline, I see Jacqueline popped in. So make sure vendors, you don't have to have everything based towards that. Of course you can bring some Valentine's stuff, and but have a lot of focus on love is overrated. Feel free to dress up. I have already got an outfit picked out. I need, we have 3 days, so I have to find 3 different outfits for each day. So I'm excited about that. Nothing too like crazy, but it's just gonna be so much fun. And then we followed up the next week with like celebrating love with Valentine's Day. It'll be craft a date, and you can bring in the kids or significant other, your best friend, and we're going to do little projects together, and the vendors are going to showcase their items and their passions about things. I know Meg's Creations is talking of doing her bead bar, so you can make your own clever pen to give as a gift as well. So those are the 2 events at the beginning of February that are coming up. And then we just have a whole lot more coming up. So make sure you're following and watching what's going on. Also, more advertising for our vendors will come up. I don't know if you've seen some of the upgrades in our marketing that we've been doing. And the goal here with vendors is that this is not a place where you just come in and set up. And I think a lot of people have kind of asked, like, what is Defiance as a Vendor Emporium? In a nutshell, I can't give you just like one specific line of what it is. Defiance as Vendor Emporium is a place where it's shared among many, 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 many businesses, entrepreneurs that showcase their talents, their passions, and they aren't here every week. They might be here once a year. They might participate in an event. And we're offering an experience to shoppers to shop in a unique way that they can't get online and that they can't get every week. And that's why it's fun to come in every week to see, especially this next year, of what's going to be in store. And for vendors, I know a lot of times vendors are like, okay, well, it's hit and miss. You don't know if there's a big snowstorm that comes in after you've booked online of if you're going to have a lot of traffic that comes in. You don't know. However, I'm completely aware of the difficulties that vendors have with booking ahead of time and how things can come up. First off, vendors that are sitting here, we network together. We're a community. We help each other out. We have conversations about what we find works and what we find doesn't work. We change things up. We don't stay stagnant. We don't continue with the same thing. You don't just come in here. I mean, you can just come in here and set up one day and give it a try. Because some vendors, they find they don't really like doing shows. And that's fine. That's totally fine. We also help vendors with online. While you're here, I'm definitely talking to you about your social media presence. If this is a business that you want to grow, if you don't have it set up already and you want to take some time while we don't have customers in here, I will definitely help you to get your presence set up. If you follow us in Defiance's Vendor Emporium vendor community, I definitely do tips and tricks on there from time to time, and some encouragement to help you to get your social media presence out there. We're going to start doing classes here for vendors and classes for shoppers and for the public to do different things. So if you're a vendor and there's things, or you're a potential vendor and you're really crafty about something and you just don't know how to go about and do it, shoot me a message and let me know what you would like to see in a class, what things you're curious about, like how do you go about setting up your business, how do you go about setting up your social media, what to do and what not to do, because there's just so much information out there and it always changes. So send me a message if those are the questions that you're having, and we're working on putting those classes together. But if you're a vendor and you set up here, know that I'm going to be talking with you, and if you need help, that's what I'm here for. I'm going to help you with it. If you need help building an online store, I can show you, use my knowledge of the things that I've tried in the past, what worked, what didn't work. I can tell you maybe what platforms will work better for you versus which ones you shouldn't waste your time on. There's just every business, like here, we don't have like a cookie cutter outline saying, okay, vendors come in here, they set up this time, they leave at this time, and that's it. Out the door you go. No, that's not what we do, because every vendor has a unique business. And hi Laura. So every vendor needs something more specially tailored to them. There are some vendors who just sell their stuff on Marketplace and that's all they want to do, but they don't want people coming to their house, and they would rather just have a storefront where someone can come pick up the item, or they just pull up and we run it out to them. That's fine. That can work for them as well. So there is not one specific service that we have here for everybody. So keep that in mind when you come in and shop. You're going to see more of the things where we're going to let you know what other vendors are available in the area. And a lot of times I have shoppers that come in and say, hey, I was looking for this, and that vendor might not be here, but I can tell you where you can go find them, and you can shop with them online or just call them, connect with them. And vendors, I know it's really hard to be sociable, and you go to these events and you set up and you hope to make that quick sale, and people just sometimes you get discouraged because sometimes you have these events where people are just walking past your table and you're so frustrated and you're like, what am I doing wrong? Why are, you know that you have something amazing, but you don't understand why they just keep walking by. But I can tell you, you can be a quiet person, and it's really, really hard to build your brand because now you have to hustle it. You have to be social. And that's why all this stuff with social media is out there and you can say, okay, well, I have friends and family. Great. Your friends and family can only buy so much of your stuff before they just kind of fizzle out and not be as supportive. So here we build not only community inside the Emporium, but we also build a community online, and we help each other with online presence. So when you go live, then we show up and we communicate with you and we talk, and everybody follows each other and we build together. And vendor communities are super, super important. And I know some of you have products that you really can't, it's hard to sell online because if it's something that's scented, people don't know what the scent is. They got to come in, they got to touch it, feel it, so it doesn't always work as well. And you can do a lot better just by setting up someplace, but you have to have the online presence as well. And so if you are a vendor watching this broadcast at the moment, or you recap it live later, go to our Defiance's Vendor Emporium vendor community and join. Thank you for the like, and join there. Watch for every week when I post something about tips. Share your information that you have already with your social media, so all of us as vendors can like and follow and all that kind of stuff. Subscribe, whatever, and that way we can build the community and help boost you and support you. Just like you want someone to support you, though, also make sure you're supporting the other people in the group. And if you find that you are doing these things and you're lacking engagement with other people, let me know, and we can try to create something. I can, try to get people to be a little bit more engaging as well. Like I know right now I've got like 2 people watching. So if you're watching, do a quick shout out to me so I know that that's who is here. Of course, in my lives, anyone is able to ask questions at any time about anything that we got going on. And I'm going to be creating a link on our a page with all the links to all of our things that we have going on at the Emporium, so it's easier for vendors to find us and shoppers to find us, and for people to understand what services we're offering that are not like paid services, just some extra fun stuff of networking. Let's see what else I got to do. Oh, some things, pet peeve of mine, okay? This is like a little rant that I have. Vendors that come in here, they're talented. They do amazing work. They shop for things. They upcycle things. Hi, Connie. I'm glad Connie's still here with me. And Connie's a hustler. Let me tell you, like she finds she does some great sourcing and some great products. So you have to watch. We're going to start doing whatnots with her items. I'm going to try not to buy everything. But, okay, so back to my pet peeve about vendors. People like Connie goes out and finds great items, and other vendors go out and find items and they create things, and shoppers come in here and they look at that stuff and they're like, oh, I can make that, and I can't believe someone's charging for this. This only costs this and this. Well, I'm going to tell you what. These people take the time out of their day to make these items. They shop for them. They hustle it. They bring them here, and they earn every penny that they put on that tag. And a lot of them are selling themselves short. And I can't say that enough. Yeah, sure. Go buy all these crafts and things, sit home with them, build it yourself. Yeah, you might have used 5 beads out of a pack of 100. Thanks, Laura. Glad to see that you're still here also. Okay, so they might buy a whole pack, 5 beads out of 100, some glue, all this stuff, and they made that one item. Sure, you can make that one item. Can you make it cheaper? Of course. Will it look as nice? Doubtful. So, but at the same time though, you will go and spend all this money getting all this craft stuff, and you made that one item cheaper to duplicate what that person did that was super talented and offered it to you for a certain price. And guess what else you did? You have a whole supply of things you're not going to use. So did you save money? No. You have a bunch of stuff just sitting there, and you have something that is probably not as cute as what you saw. And it was fun. You tried it. Great. But let's give some credit where it's due with the vendors who have been doing it for a while. They've tried things that have worked and haven't worked, and they've perfected what they've done, and give them a round of applause because they've been doing great, and they're worth every single penny that they put into it and that they're asking to get it. So yeah, that's my rant. Because I see so many people come in here and the comments that they make, and I just think, go make it yourself. Go make it yourself and save the money. And let me know how it works out for you. Anyway, so that's my rant of the day. I'm done with that. Okay. As I get back, let's see what else do I want to talk about? Shoppers who've been in here. I know we've had a lot of people that have come through, some dedicated people that are here almost every week, every couple weeks or so. We also have people that came in to begin with, and now they're coming back in and being like, oh, there's a lot more stuff here. I'm like, of course there's a lot more stuff here. We've been here for not quite a year yet, and we've accumulated some stuff. Also, we've sold a lot of stuff. Sold a lot. Sometimes when I go through my pictures and I'm like, I can't believe how much stuff has been sold here. Let's see what else do I want to talk about. I'm talking about challenging you to upsell some stuff. Vendors, don't forget to send me a message of what you want to know. And talking about why we're different. Yeah, we are definitely not like every place that's opening their doors and saying, hey, come set up here, for sure. It's about supporting each other. It really is about supporting each other and building a community. Whether you're here every week or here like once a year or once every few months. I will say this next year will be worth it to be here because the feedback I'm getting on the events by shoppers, the pure excitement to do something different. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Challenging because I'm not as crafty and creative as some of the vendors, but that's why we're all working as a group to provide an amazing experience. So I just want to reiterate that like your business has to be social, and that's why we push it here to be social. Hi Sherry, welcome in. So be social with each other, support one another, share another vendor's post that they have out there, even if it's not something that you're interested in, because you don't know who else is going to, in your bubble of people, is going to be interested in it as well. And they'll be, the more you share and you pop up on someone's feed that you've shared their stuff, they're more likely to look at your things, and they're also going to share as well. And of course, shoppers. When you see somebody have something really cool and amazing and you share it, it lets them know what you like. It lets you know that they're not wasting their time and that they should concentrate on those things. And it helps them to build up more confidence, because a lot of our vendors are newer vendors. And so it's very, very much appreciated, because I will tell you, sometimes vendors come in here, they set up, they do some amazing stuff, and someone will leave, and then they'll come back the week later looking for that same vendor, because it's hard for people to understand that not everybody's here at the same times. And then they talk about that vendor, and they're like, I really like this person, I really like what they had to offer, they are very clever at that. But they told it to me. Not that vendor. And so I have to, of course, send a message quickly and be like, this person just came in, do you remember this person? And they said this about you. And it makes their day to know that they did something really, really good. Even if it doesn't equal to dollars in their pocket at the moment, just the encouragement helps them to keep going, because sometimes you just need to hear that. Sometimes you self-doubt, and shoppers, you can help these vendors out even if you don't spend the money. You can really help them out. Let's see, we talked about the indoor yard sale, giving you a tour of the place, talked about signing up. You can come in and sign up also. You don't have to sign up online. I know some people are skeptical about signing up online, but when you sign up online, what happens is the order comes into me, and then I put you in the schedule, and then it sends you a vendor contract, and that vendor contract, you go through it. It basically says be a nice person and show up like you're supposed to, and don't be mean to other vendors. Now, if you sign up and someone else has exactly the same things that you are selling, then we just refund your money and you can pick a different day or something, because it is first come, first serve. But we don't need a bunch of people that are selling the same thing. So so then you get the contractor to kind of review. We haven't been, I know sometimes people are here and the weather starts getting bad and they want to leave early or something. That's totally up to you if you do so. I'm not going to penalize someone because the ice storm came in and you live 2 hours away. I'm not really sure what this alert is. To turn on. Interesting. Okay. Oh, great. So now I have this alert that I can't get out. Anyway, okay. So just keep that in mind. I can be a rational human being, and I understand. And sometimes on your way here, the weather might have slowed you down as well. We do have set up anytime after 8:30 on the day that you're scheduled to be here. And the Emporium, the Great Room, is not the hugest place. And the extra rooms as well. We have limited space, to be honest with you. And at first I was kind of like, I don't know if that's really going to be helpful to us. However, what I'm going to tell you, when I go to a big event and there's like a massive amount of vendors and I get overwhelmed, I'm overstimulated. Hi Peggy. And I don't like to go where there's so many things that are exactly the same thing. And I know that some places they try to spread stuff out, but I always have that fear that I'm going to miss out on the other vendor. And sometimes I start skipping some vendors because I'm like, I already saw that. And it's just not as helpful. So here you have a more of like an intimate experience with the vendors. So you get to talk to them more. You learn things. It's crazy how much I've learned over this last year about stuff that I would have never sought out, but it's enriched my life to learn different things and enriched my life to meet different people, to talk to different vendors. Everyone has a unique story and a unique way of life, and to make friends with some vendors as well. So keep that in mind when you come in and shop, that it's an experience. It'll be even more of an experience when you come in with our interactive vending. I always feel like we need like a game or something with the indoor yard sale. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to talk about Whatnot because, we haven't been doing the whole lot of Whatnot lately. And also it's another thing about building a community. And I know there's a lot of resellers that are doing that in the area. What I'd like to do with Whatnot is if you're a vendor and you have items that you would like to have on Whatnot, of course, we can talk about that. You can show me what items you have. The big things about Whatnot is that people have to start selling their stuff for probably less than what you would like to get for them. I don't necessarily like that, but that's just the truth of how it is. However, I would like to do where certain vendors may want to sponsor a Whatnot show, because the thing about Whatnot is that a lot of people tune in because you have to have a free giveaway every so often to keep people engaged. And also, if you haven't heard of Whatnot, it's this app where it's kind of like QVC meets eBay auction, except it's like instantaneous auctions, and they're like 10-second auctions that you can have. So people impulsively buy things that they wouldn't necessarily buy. My age group, I guess you can get into it, but I'm like more of a researcher kind of person, so I don't do as well. However, the younger generations really, 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 really love it. And I like it because it's like QVC, so I get to talk about the items. I love, 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 love talking about items and vendors. And so for Whatnot, we're looking for vendors who would like to sponsor these shows. And what sponsorship means is that you would have an item or a few items or whatever that you would want to have as a giveaway item. And what we would do is we would talk about your item, and we would definitely be clever about how we can show your details. And of course, that person that wins the giveaway will get all of your details. Anyone for that show that is getting items shipped to them, we will include your information so they can go, especially if you're online as an online vendor. This may help you get your name out. And what's great about Whatnot is it's like national, so you never know like where you're gonna branch out to be. So I want you to keep that in mind. And if you're interested in being that kind of vendor that does a sponsorship, of course, shoot me a message and let me know. And I'm going to get together with Connie because we're going to start doing some Whatnot auctions with some of the things that she has with Connie's collectibles. So I'm so excited to see what she's got. And if you like collectibles and like purses and jewelry and stuff, you're going to want to follow our Whatnot because you can get some really good deals on that stuff. Let's see what else. Okay, so I want to talk about upcoming things that are going on, because I know if anyone's got any questions, shoot me a message on here and let me know what questions you have last minute before I wrap stuff up. But if you haven't seen Meg's Creations, she does lives, and she'll do where you can claim items as well. And so you want to check out first and foremost, like her pages on Facebook, and I know we're working on that Instagram, and she does the TikTok live as well. So, and she's always playing some good music to jam out to. So you want to follow Meg's Creations. Laura, okay, backtrack. You would like to do the sponsorship or get on social media? Because both. Both for Laura. It would be great. Laura's items will be interesting to actually send out because a lot of them are bigger items. And so it's a challenge. It's a challenge I have to figure out. Of course. Let's see. What else? I go through my notes of last week. I mean, I can't go on enough about how amazing the vendors are. I can't go on enough about like what the difference is here. It's almost kind of like you got to participate to figure it out kind of thing. But let's see. I am so excited about the upcoming events. Mainly also, okay, both good. I'm excited about the events because I want to dress up. I'm just going to have fun. This year's like all about having fun. Sometimes I think like this last year, there was just so much going on and so much pressure on so much stuff. And this was like our first year, and it was like, let's do this, this, and this. And like, how can we turn stuff into, I don't know, and just making sure it's very valuable and a great thing. But, I think when you are so stressed out and you're so concerned about doing the right thing, and of course you have to learn a lot of lessons your first year for sure. I learned that open vending, not the greatest idea. And I think themes and all that stuff is going to be a lot better. So I want to have fun. Do you want to have fun? I want to have fun. And maybe Laura will come in dressed up and have fun also. And maybe we can get Connie to come in and have some fun. And yeah, I'm excited to have some fun. I know Hugo, my lovely husband, he likes to have clubs and parties and stuff like that. So he for sure will definitely, he will like all these events that are coming up. And I'm excited to dress him up. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. How do I dress him up for Love is Overrated? I gotta think on that one. Hi, Megan. Megan's back with us. Okay, that's okay, Megan. I've been talking about you like a lot, so you just missed all that stuff that I talked about you. Whatever, it's fine. It's cool. I went through like a lot of stuff. I knew Laura would come dressed up, so. Okay, so also, vendors, this is what I want to say to you. Even if you're not coming to an event, make sure that you are sharing. No problem, Meg. Make sure that you're sharing anything that I'm posting so that you get the word out as much. The key to making the Emporium successful is vendor community also chipping in. And the more that you are promoting the Emporium, you're also promoting yourself as well and getting your name out there as much as possible. I know sometimes I miss like something that someone posts and I feel really bad about it, but I try my best to share and get the word out. Of course, the more you're here, the more you're my face, the more I'm gonna see stuff, because the way social media works is that it puts things in front of your face that are here. I can tell you for sure. And what's interesting is when shoppers come here, they've been in the same vicinity of my phone and their profiles will show up on my personal pages and stuff. So I kind of get like a little intro to that person. And strangely, like, it seems like those people are the people that keep coming back here. And so I know which way to steer them of what products they will like as well. So I'm always paying attention to vendors and shoppers and trying to link the right people together. Awesome cups are on the way. Yeah, I definitely think your sets are gonna be like cute together. I just had like some thoughts and some ideas, but I'm gonna work on that later today for sure. Anyway, so make sure you're sharing stuff. If you know of other vendors that you think would be a good fit for being at the Emporium. We're looking for vendors who want to be interactive. We're looking for vendors who want to create experience. We want to look for vendors who are really, really super creative and not your everyday cookie cutter vendors. This year I think is going to be very competitive for vendors to come in here because it is going to be a different change up, and the talk about the Emporium has definitely amped up as well. The difference of just going and setting up someplace, because it'll be fun for vendors as well as making money. I know that's the thing is, when you make money, that's great, but if you aren't having fun at it, who cares? Who cares? You have to like what you're doing. And I think that's the thing about, like, vendors really are doing what they're doing because they like it. They're passionate about it. And some people invest a lot of money into what they're doing, and then they start doing it and realize it's not for them and they don't like it. And that's fine. This is a place to test it. It's not that super expensive to come in here and set up. And that's kind of the goal here, is to help each other out and to build people up. I don't need to have like a 5-story mansion. I just wanted to create an environment where people could come in and collaborate with each other and work together to build up their brands and build up their confidence and enjoy what they're doing, whether it's to get rid of the job that they don't like, or it's to just have a little extra pocket money from time to time. That's fine. That's totally fine. This is a place where just people should be uplifting and be supportive and be social with each other. So, question to everyone out there who is following, taking a poll very quickly. Does Sunday at 1 o'clock work out for everyone to chit chat, or would you prefer a later in the afternoon time? Quickly. Hi Deb. I just asked the question to everybody if the time at 1 o'clock on Sundays is a time that works out for everybody, or would you like to see this at a later time so you can ask questions and find out what's going on at the Emporium? And would you like to see items, or would you just like to chit chat a bit? I know there's like a lag in when people answer questions, but so send me a message, let me know. I think I'm gonna touch base on literally everything today. Anytime? Okay, cool, Laura. Trying to think what else I want to talk about. Laura, okay, awesome, Megan. Hi, Deb. Okay, I just want to go on about this because I love this purse. I want this purse so badly. So, like, I keep advertising it because I know that somebody needs to buy it, because if they don't, then I'm gonna end up buying it. But it's brand new and it's super cute. It's classy. I like how classy it is. It's just been staring at me over here, and I keep looking at it. It's like torturous because I can't buy everything I want. Okay. Deb, I see that you're in here. So 1 p.m. Okay. And you want to see items. So Deb, you're a shopper versus a vendor, I'm assuming. So, and I don't know if Deb has been into the Emporium before or not, but, so what I'm thinking is that Sundays we do a sit down and we chit chat and talk about things about the Emporium. But I also would like to do different feeds that will showcase the items that are here. You want a Christmas gift from Hugo? I know, right? That's what I kind of want to say that, like, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll see. I've hinted around to him, like, more than once. So maybe he'll see the feed and be like, yeah, I should buy that purse for my wife for our first Christmas. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. Let's see. What else? So, okay, Deb. I went through, like, quickly some of the things that we have here. If you have seen, I don't know if you follow the social media, and there was anything that was of interest to the social media that you saw. I know that Christmas is Thursday and we're not going to be open. by Thursday, but I will be here throughout the week. So if there's things that you're interested in that you wanted to see that you saw on social media, I definitely can work out a time for you to see things. But I will say, like, I have these nice cut and tie blankets. Yeah, we didn't have, from time to time it depends, because it depends on like when we have vendors in here and when we don't, because every week is changing, every day is different than what yeah, it's just based on participation. This next year will be a lot different because the shopping will be interactive a little bit. Not everyone will have an interactive booth, but the themes are going to be a little bit more targeted, and so it's going to be a lot more fun. And like I was telling the vendors that were on here, like I want them to be like kind of dressing up and just having a lot of fun with the stuff. So if you come one day, just know that the next day you come probably is not going to have the same things that are here. It'll be a lot different vendors. Like this week we've also had scrubs in here. So these are $10 a piece if you know of any nurses. We still have these. These will be here Friday and Saturday as well. I don't want to say like they're blue, but also some gray, navy. It's almost like a blue black. Well, this is black. But there's different sizes, and they're all brand new. A lot of like just miscellaneous things. We have some gently used clothing. We have also some brand new clothing that's in here as well. The purses, of course. Blankets, craft things. I don't know when you were in here last. We also have added, it's this time of year that everyone, if you had like the snow plows and you are missing a mailbox, this is a place you can get some mailboxes. This one is like really heavy. I'm not really sure like why it's so heavy, but I feel like when you put it on something, like it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be hard to put up. I just think of like when I'm lifting something, how difficult it's going to be. We have tools. If you're looking for a wet tile saw, these are, I think they were like open. Someone used them once and didn't like it or something. I'm not sure. That a vendor brought in. This one's $110, this orange one, and this one's $68. Honestly, I haven't priced them out to see what they are. Brand new. We have this fun, it is a ironing roller, commercial ironing roller. We have some restaurant equipment that's still in here. This book that someone wrote. This headboard, it's a antique door. Honestly, heavy door. I was looking for a door to put towards my kitchen, but unfortunately it's not the right size. So that would be a great steal for someone. Refrigeration. A little cold. We have these plain black aprons also available. We have platters. These you can actually make stuff and put them in. These are like oven safe. We have some plastic containers for $1. Lids and, oh my gosh, I'm not doing a very good job of angling this way. We have boxes, of course. These are a fun activity for kids that they can draw on it, like their own like gift wrap. We have some men's crew shirts. These are some of the men's used clothing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, I think wrestling season is going on right now. So we have some like gently used wrestling shoes if you don't want to like break the bank, if anyone has any kids out there that are into hobbies but they don't usually stick with it, but you need something. These are really nice track shoes, honestly. I think they're only worn like once or twice. We have some kits to make jewelry, typical like thrift store dishes kind of thing that's in here right now. Some candles, some dishes. We have this adult bike. Now, let me show you this little. It's so cute. It's just so, I just want to see like a little kid on this because I just think it's adorable. It's bright. We have this like nice little kid's bike as well. Guitar case. We have some more handmade by Laura blankets. If you have like someone who likes fish, and these flowers. Home is your favorite place to be. Oh, more handbags. Oh yeah, we've gotten a lot of stuff since 6 months ago. The idea is for vendors to bring in a lot of stuff. However, I've come across some really great deals, and some vendors where I snagged some of their things to have in here, just to have a collection of stuff. But we are finding that we have too much stuff, and that when the vendors come in and set up, we have to move stuff around because we don't have enough room for the vendors. So, like 6 months ago, you wouldn't have seen like this room in here. We have painted and changed the carpet in here. So we've moved some things around as well. This room doesn't have a whole lot in here at the moment, but this is Hugo's consignment room. So a lot of the things that are in the great room get moved into this room. We're working on the paint splatter room maybe being taken out. You know what, why don't I just move this around? Okay. Then we also have, this slides here. Okay, so we also have our wall of things. We have some things on sale in here as well. Oh, this is super cute. This is one of my favorites. Handmade by Laura. I mean, like, not knock it down off the wall. It's so pretty. So pretty. And then, okay, so let me also get, okay, I don't know if Jacqueline is still in here or not, but I'm gonna show you her room real quick because she's like super creative, but she has some really nice artwork. And his little cemeteriums are cute. And she has these beautiful, beautiful spiders. So if anyone really needs them like last minute, the Legend of the Yule Spider, I'm gonna put this on here. So I'm not gonna read it, but if you want to, you can pause at some point, take a quick snapshot of it. But look at these spiders. Look how beautiful these are. And Jacqueline is quite the artist. So I talk about her a lot, but like she makes up all these nice designs for her clothing line. And she designs these prints and sends them in and has them put on fabric to make her clothing. So, oh my gosh, I didn't even see this one before. But anyway, she has some really cute stuff. I think this is like one of the favorites of everybody. So if Jacqueline's watching, that's everyone's favorite. So maybe she might have to bring in some ones of different sizes. Okay, so that's Jacqueline's room. And then here in this room, we have a lot of gently used clothing. I really like this dress. It's not my size, or it for sure would not be in here anymore. But it's really heavy, and it's like made of wool. Never been used. These are super soft. Everyone likes them, but they haven't been anyone's size in particular. We have like the armoire for sale. And then we have the provocative pantry, but I won't show that online as much as I would really like to. But anyway, so yeah, we definitely have a lot more stuff in here than what we did before. A lot more vendors that come in. So every week is a different thing, different experience. The indoor yard sale, all of January, 5 weeks indoor yard sale. So, oh, of course, like we have all the sunglasses. I didn't show a bunch of the sunglasses, but we have those too. But anyway, so, yeah, January, indoor yard sales. A lot of people are interested in that. I'm not sure what all will be here because it's like, surprise! And the people show up with whatever they pulled from their closets or whatever they got for Christmas that they didn't really want. And that's gonna be lots of fun. Love is overrated. This is gonna be fun. I think it's like the perfect event to kick off our interactive vending. So love is overrated. Let me just go like through a whole list of the themes. Oh, now my music's gonna pick back on. Give me a second to bring them all up here. Because I always have so much on my mind, I don't get to remember everything. So, if you go on the website, on the main page, and it'll say, like, discover the themes, and we have them separated by months because there's so many more this year than what they were last year. And so January, of course, is just going to be, like, 5 weeks of indoor yard sale. February, for example, is going to be Love is Overrated Expo. Yes. Okay. So for food vendors, as long as they're compliant with all the laws and stuff, like we don't have a license here for people to do food prep, but like your cottage bakers can come. So anything that's falls under those laws. Yes, of course. I like seeing him here, and like Meg will tell you, Megan will say about my husband who likes to snack a lot. So those are kind of our favorite kind of vendors, so that we can all eat as well. And I can send you, I don't know if you've been to events before, but you can look up online the cottage laws, or I can send you a link if you would like. Especially for like Valentine's Day events, like the craft. It would be nice if we had someone who came in, I'm not sure legally if this is possible or not, but to do like designing cookies or something. Cookie decorating for a crafted date. That would be fun. We want to be clever about it. The Sip, Savor, and Shop Week, I'm still looking into having where we can do like wine tasting here as well. There's certain laws and regulations about that, but that will be coming up. The Retro Rewind Market, that one's gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna dress up each day a different decade myself. March, and these are all listed online that people can sign up for. And after January, so January is $10 a day starting setup, and then when we get into like Love is Overrated and on, it's $25 a day, and we have Wi-Fi here, electricity. Yes, they bring in their stuff and they set up for the day like you would like a farmer's market or any other like craft show or something like that. And for the cottage laws, it has to be something that's not refrigerated. It has to be self-sustaining. Like you can't do like pickles or cheesecake or anything like that, but like cookies and cakes and different, oh my gosh, like Buckeyes and all different kinds of things. Like there's a whole list. So, and someone can set up on Thursday and not the rest of the week, or they can set up Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I imagine because our garage sale event this last year was really popular, a lot of traffic. Also the flea market event as well, which you can kind of indoor yard sale. Some people would be like, that's kind of like the flea market, was super busy. So, and I think this year for events, if it's warmer out, depending on what vendor wants to, we might have it set up where someone can be outside and be like the first vendor that's right out front. But that's like weather permitting kind of thing. Let's see what else we have. Oops. And so really, if you're like a baker, you could really, you could set up for every event and have something that's targeted towards the event each week. Thanks. I appreciate it, Deb. I appreciate it. In March, we have March into Makers Week, because March is all about people who are making things. Then we have a plant and pamper pop-up. So we're going to be sharing things about plants. And I think there's one we're doing like a butterfly scavenger hunt. I'm excited about that one. And Hello Spring, Market Bloom. And then we have Scribbles and Stick Festival. So we'll see if we can come up with stuff on a stick. And Scribbles, I think when we do some interactive events with the kids, it'll be a lot more geared towards the kids. But also, like, if you are an author, so the events, Megan, to answer your question, your events that are after the yard sale, they do go up because our original price was starting at $50 a day, and then now we're doing like the $25 a day for right now. But for January, it's much cheaper. We did do a discount this last year at the end of the year because it's our first year. And I know a lot of vendors set up for the entire year. Like, they're starting now to book up their events, which is why I really need to hurry up and get all the events online for people to book. But, we need to feel of who's going to be here, because we're really going to be networking together. And I'm trying to do things as easy as possible. So, like, when we do network together, we're networking online. And so people have to drive places, especially people who are coming from farther away. I will tell you that a lot of our vendors do come from farther distances, which is really nice, because then we just get more of perspective from people from farther away. Let's see what else I got going on. I feel like I'm so out of breath because I get so excited about stuff. April, we have Bloom and Believe Market and Spring into Joy Festival, and the Lineman, Lyrics, and Loungewear Week. Okay, I'm wearing my PJs that week because it's going to be about that stuff, and we definitely have to be showcasing some serious music. It'll be, if you have vendors who have like records and CDs and stuff, things like that they want to bring in. I didn't really think that was a thing that people wanted to see, but we do have a lot of people that come in and ask for that kind of stuff. And linemen celebrating our linemen out there. So maybe service-based kind of things as well. If you know of an electrician who wants to come in and maybe do a demonstration about safety, electrical safety, maybe, and get their name out there as an electrician, this might be their event to come in and do. So we're just gonna be really clever about things, and definitely get the word out to let people know, like, we have a lot more stuff here than what we did before. And keep in mind, like, it's always changing. And like this last month we did like a holiday sweater costume contest, so we want to do more interactive things of that nature as well, and just be open the rest of the week with different education. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do an education on the cottage laws, so people know what they can and cannot bake, and maybe I'll have an expert come in and talk about that a little bit more. So I don't. Anyone else have any more like last minute questions? I mean, feel free. Anyone has any questions, they can always send me a message. They can always send me a text message as well. There's a lot of information online. Definitely need to put more online about the Emporium. No question is a bad question, because if you're thinking it, someone else is thinking it. And I'm just really excited for this next year. I'm super excited about the events. I'm super excited about the vendors that have been coming in. I'm excited that the vendors that have been coming in are passionate about what they're doing, and they're excited about the next coming year. I'm excited about the vendors that haven't been in here before that seem to be excited about the upcoming events this year. I look forward to networking with everybody. I look forward to doing advertising for all these vendors, because I love doing the advertising and showcasing what they have to offer and being clever about it. I love finding unique things, because like I would never even thought about like an iron rolling thing, but that's fun just to have here and talk about, and everything else. I'm just gonna wrap it up, and because I don't know, I feel like after I have these conversations and I'm talking to vendors, I'm talking to shoppers, it makes me have a lot more stuff to do for the day, and it makes the rest of my day more fun. So I guess until next Sunday, we will touch base again at 1:00, and I will probably have some more items that I'm going to showcase to the shoppers that are in here as well. And it's good for the shoppers and the vendors to talk together as certain things are happening, because then shoppers know what to expect and vendors know what shoppers were looking for, and yeah, I like the sit down. I like talking to everybody. I'm like getting together. So yeah, every Sunday, 1 o'clock, Sunday sit down. Because I'm not sitting down today. And anyone sees Hugo. Christmas. So, see everybody next week.